child kills a man, all in the blink of a naked eye. Silence clouds the agony of a mother, drowns a widow's cry. Silence is deadlier than a poisonous snake, coiled and ready to strike down the fate. Welfare won't help, nor will your schools, and silence shows will be the fools. Through an open window came the chatter of more than 1,000 lost souls. The Red Cross was filled up, Greenpeace was gone, nothing to help bring back a childhood song. Oh, and silence is deadlier than a poisonous snake, coiled and ready to strike down your fate. Welfare won't help, nor will your schools, and silent shows will all be the fools. And I scream, not help you, just follow me. Can we find out to be free? But like me, you're lost in silence and time. Can we make it without losing our minds? Escape is impossible in this day and age, so we close the book, but we keep the last page. Silence is deadlier than a poisonous snake, coiled and ready to strike down your fate. Welfare won't help, nor will your schools, and silence shows will all be the fools. And silence, silence, and silence, silence, silence is beautiful. Oh, don't be the fools, don't be the fools, and silence is beautiful. Oh, and silence, 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 oh, oh,
You want to buy some PlayStations?
You don't want to sell me PlayStation.
I don't want to sell you PlayStations.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
I want to go home and rethink my life.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and it looks like Scalpers may be about to be in a little bit of trouble, as some new lawmakers are looking, specifically because of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, to add some legal repercussions to scalping them. On top of that, Walmart has now announced that they are doing some anti-bot.
All right, so just a little excerpt from the Quartering on YouTube with the recent events, Scalpers, and the new generation of consoles, Xbox Series X, PS5, going for double, sometimes triple the retail price on eBay. And it's also affecting the GPU market for PC builders, which I'm involved with. I'm putting together some systems, and I'll be selling them. Trying to get up to about 2 or 3 a month. But it's very difficult to get any of the new series of next-gen GPUs. AMD's RX 6800 series, hard to find. Also, NVIDIA's RTX 3000 series, the 3080, 3070, 3090, and the 3080 also. So with that, I've decided to build a Python tracker based in Python 3. And I'm just going to switch over in the terminal here. Get stuff cleared out. So basically, I'm using 4 different methods for scraping the websites and or doing API calls. And to have all my imports here, I'm using url.request, standard requests, import requests, right here. Also Selenium down here, and then I load the WebDriver and the Firefox WebDriver. So Selenium is a automated way to do web browsing. And basics of the script are right here in these methods. So I have a method to scrape with Selenium, URL-lib, and the issue I ran into with URL-lib is that I was getting 403 forbidden errors on some sites, and it's probably related to some type of web redirection that's occurring, but I have not gotten down to the cause of that. So sites that I run into that with, I switch over to the requests module and get the HTML that way. And the get API method is not done yet, but I have some API endpoints from NVIDIA.com that I'm going to set up to check whether there is stock for the RTX 3000 series. And the other main aspect of the script is in a sites.json, and see it here. First entry that I have is evga.com, so directly from their site. This is actually a test entry of an old GeForce 1650 Super, which I knew was in stock. So I was testing with that. And the basics are, I have tags. So basically, in this instance, and this is what usually is for most sites, I search in the HTML text for add to cart. And if that's there, then I know that the card's in stock. I have an alert parameter set up to display a notification. And right now I only support Discord, so I have a webhook. And if this is set and it's in stock, it'll send a notification to Discord. So I'm just gonna, let me get that set up in the web browser. It's gonna switch over scenes real quick. So this is what it looks like in Discord. It's just a screenshot of what the notifications look like. Definitely need to refactor this layout because it's a little messy. The URLs are really long here. These 2 cards are in stock, the RTX 3060, RTX 3070, and these are still overpriced, at least $250 over retail. So like the 3060 is supposed to retail for $400, but it's going for $650 all the way up to $800 on Amazon. And a similar issue with the 3070. And moving back to the script, Put that back into the screen. So the JSON allows me to set all these different parameters for each site. In the instance of the Amazon ones that I'm scraping, scroll down to those. Yeah, its setup's a little more complicated. So I'm checking for two different tags: add to cart, and then on the Amazon site, they also have this see all buying options link in their site. So on some product listings, it won't say add to cart. It'll say see all buying options. So if that's found, I find that by creating this additional parse attribute in the JSON, and the name of the key is by URL, which relates to the see all buying options link in the web page. And it's an actual class in a href link. So the ID is set to this right here: buy box, see all buying choices, announce. So in the Python code, I have, let's see how to find it here, OS notification, parse site, beautiful soup. So it's right here. And I should probably rename these variables, but basically I bring in all of that, the attributes from that parse key value array, which is known as a dictionary in Python, and I get the value, the link of that href tag in Amazon, and then I'm able to get the buying options. So if we go back to the web browser, this is what I would link to. This is an example of the buying options link. So I'm pushing this straight into the Discord notification, and you can link right to it. And as you can see, these cards are all well above the $400 retail price for the 3060 Ti. But they're in stock and you can get them. Arriving February 4th for this one, January 13th for the $800 one, and the $849 one, January 4th to the 7th. Estimated arrival delivery. So that's the basics of the script. Down here, let me switch back to the IDE. And site, basically, I open the JSON, the sites.json file that I showed you. It has all the configuration options in the JSON. I load it, and then I loop through each site, so each structure in the JSON, and I trigger each of the methods I use to parse the HTML, find out whether it's in stock. And then one other thing, if you're using Selenium in Python, there's an issue I ran into. I don't have the best solution for now, but the issue is every time I launch the script, I have it automated on a cron job, but it runs once per hour all through the day. But as it runs each hour, I check to see if the WebDriver is still loaded, and I quit it. But the issue is that it's also tied to Firefox, and it launches Firefox instances. And I'm using a VM in VirtualBox of Ubuntu 18.04. So if you search for Firefox, you would see all of these orphaned Firefox processes running, Firefox browser. And over time, you'll run out of memory. So I added some code here at the end. After everything's done with looping through all of the sites.json data, I sleep for 5 seconds, and then I check for the driver process, quit it, and then I also, through Python's subprocess.run, I'm able to run a system command. I do a kill all on Firefox, and that kills all of the orphan processes. And that's been working. It's not the best way to deal with it. I need to find a way to fix the orphan Firefox processes, but for now, this definitely cleans things up. And that's the basic of the script. There's a few more things in it. I'll have an update in another part of the series. I'm also going to look at definitely having the techfetch.py script here on GitHub in a publicly accessible endpoint for everybody to check out. Be great. Have people fork it and add their own features, things along those lines. So I will have that up soon. I'll have it posted in another video stream on YouTube, also on DLive, Twitch, and Facebook. But DLive and YouTube are the two main ones. And there's one other script I wanted to go through quickly, and this one is a way to automate posting news tweets. And the basics for authenticating with Twitter and actually posting the tweet, I use the Tweepy library here that I've highlighted, or module. I was using URL lib request, but as I mentioned with the techfetch Python script, I was running into 4 or 3 forbidden errors on certain sites. So I've just standardized on import requests for fetching HTML. So the basics of the script are that it takes a system argument. I have a main like static way of just posting when I stream live on YouTube or DLive for just variant news. And then there's another argument switch where I can take a media URL, say it's a YouTube video or it's a news article from CBS or New York Times, something like that. And I push the title of the article into the script, and it basically, I'm using a machine language text classification library called Spacey. And I'm loading it right here. It's a little intense to load each time, but I've got it to the point where I'm not running out of memory and things along those lines with the way that I've set it up. And I need to add more endpoints to it. Basically, adding the title content, I'm going to be adding meta tag data, like description tags, things along those lines. And I'm going to look into what I can grab dynamically from HTML body text. And I push it, for right now, I'm just pushing the title, but I push that into Spacey, and Spacey basically removes unneeded words, pronouns, or whatever, the, is, and creates the hashtags. So that's done here in get keywords. Goes through, creates the hashtags, and the main brunt of the script is in the process media link. And in here, I'm using the requests module. I set the user agent to these browser tags here. I get the HTML. I use Beautiful Soup also to scrape the HTML. I get the title of the document, and then I also have the body text, and I'm going to also work on getting meta description tags in there. And Spacey is also called, so I have the hashes that are done, and that's done down here in get keywords. So then I pretty much have everything that I need in all of these variables: news title, keywords, the hashtags. Then I parse the hashtags by putting the Twitter number sign there, the hash symbol, rather. And then this is the main call that's done with Tweepy. This is the API that was initialized. and I just call update status, and I pass all of the main variables in: news, title, parse, hashtags, and media link. So in an upcoming additional part, I'll actually run these scripts and show you how it runs in the command line. But especially for this this news tweet Python file, I'm going to look at putting it behind a web server and having a web form. Having a web form that sorry about that, system fell asleep. Having a web form and basically being able to allow the user to submit the media link and then do all the processing on the web server side, and call this Python script and post the tweet. So a more user-friendly way of doing it. All right, and that's pretty much it. And if you would like to follow us on Twitter, you can find Variant News at twitter.com/variant_news. And we take DMs there. And I'm also using this script to post news articles throughout the week with current news, covering everything from international news, U.S. news, tech products, GPUs, operating systems, pretty wide gamut of stuff, astrophysics, things along those lines. So I will have a new series soon. I'm going to get the code definitely for the tech fetch script and its corresponding files up on GitHub, and I will post that soon in a future stream. So that's it. Thank you for checking out the show, and I'll see you all on the flip side. Thank you.
It's all too much for me now. Looking at my life from behind, standing on a fragile window, living on shadow lines. Makes no difference, I'm surrounded by me and my little soul. Put it in a song or two. Be with people I like to know. I'd like to, 'cause I'm gonna find my home. I'm gonna find my just a child feeling old, lost here on a washed out road. On a washed out road. Started fast but running slow. See decisions made long thinking of the days I've seen. See the world to make of me. I wanna drive a big bright car, boulevards of unknown dreams. Of unknown dreams. Can't explain the need to cry. Can't pay